making hay. Hi everybody, welcome to Bales Hay Farm and Ranch. Those are customers lined up to get hay. I'm Trevor Bales, and we farm hay and we sell hay all over the country. Before we get into the show, please hit the thumbs up, share, and comment. It helps a ton, keeps the show going. A couple videos ago, we were working on the pusher for the loading dry vans. Boom, there it is. Just your luck, a dry van is here, and we're gonna use it. I generally don't do this, but Leonard is on a delivery, and so I am here with Rhea. Rhea's in the squeeze. It's good practice for him. So I am now going to push the hay in, and the dry van. And you guys get to watch. We have to push several times, so hopefully we'll get some sweet different angles. It's just kind of not exactly something you see on front end loaders, but out here in Buckeye you do. The Arizona, just because so many dry vans are loaded. But anyways, here we go. So first things first, he pulls these stacks out and he gets them ready, and he wraps a strap around the base of them. Where he is going, when they deliver it, they use a forklift and they pull the stack out. This thing's looking a little rough. Huh. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
You want to introduce yourself?
Edwin Gonzalez here.
Edwin, where are you taking this hay?
To California.
California.
Corona.
Corona? Where's Corona?
It's off of the 15 freeway.
Okay.
In Riverside.
So what do you explain to everybody what you're doing right now with these straps? I told them, but it's better you're the one doing it. Let's hear from you.
Yeah. So when you load it, you push it with the squeeze. But when you want to take it down, the squeeze only reaches so far. You got to tie it and pull it back.
Do you use a squeeze when you unload it, or a forklift?
A squeeze.
The squeeze. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so we'll grab a long strap and then we'll tie it to the front right there, the squeeze, and the squeeze will just pull it back, bring it to the edge, and bring it down.
So how long does it take you? Let's stand this with the sun. How long does it take you to unload one of these trucks?
Like an hour, give or take, if none of them fall. Because sometimes what will happen is, since it's in the dry van, the space is very limited, so the squeeze will push the bell and it'll fall down. But usually, we got the hang of it already, so it doesn't happen that often. So
Good.
Like an hour, give or take.
Wow. I thought it'd be faster with the pulling, but yeah, I didn't think about things going wrong and it causing more problems.
Yeah, it could.
Well, good. Alrighty. Well, that's why I got the cat. We just built the pusher for the loader.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get to film that working.
I'll help you out.
Perfect. He'll push 3 in and then I'll push. And then he'll set one in and then I'll push. And we'll keep pushing till it's full. So that's number 2. All right, I'm gonna mount you guys onto the loader. everybody, okay, I'm sorry we're interrupting this, but it's good. Like, right, this isn't some silly sponsor shout out. This is really good. You're gonna want, oh my gosh. Okay, first, we're doing something for the first time ever. This has never happened with us before. It's a first, all right? We are having a farm music festival, right? Yes, we're gonna have, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bands playing. Chancey Williams is the big guy that's coming. There's also Jacob Hyde, the Harry Luge, Sunset Red, Billy Shaw Jr. The last 4, they're locals, as far as I know. Chancey Williams is not, but we're gonna have kids area, adult area, VIP seating, but it's all right on the farm. We're doing this in our arena, so it's right here. Like everything you see me filming, it's gonna be right there. So October 14th, it's Saturday from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. If you can if you can fly, come. We would love to have you. We're pretty pumped about it. We hope you are too. All right, back to the show. Okay, next, the delivery guy doesn't work on Fridays, and a couple people called. They're out of hay and they need hay. Another guy called. He ordered hay 3 weeks ago, but they forgot to put it on the schedule, so that was a mess up. So, Grandma and Grandpa. So I'm gonna jump in the old retriever truck. The most boring job ever. Nice, the equipment's getting delivered. There's a, whatever that's called, lift, and then that truck back there. I just walked by that one, delivered this and the forklift, telehandler rather, for they're going to tear that barn down and rebuild it. The one the storm destroyed a whole year ago. So that's good news because I need the space. Come on, secondary air. Bill, my seat must have a leak in it because it's all the way down. This truck's coming up on 300,000 miles. I'd like to depreciate it out and get rid of it and get a newer one. But with this year's hay prices, that ain't happening. I'd rather have a grader. I want a grader. I want a grader so bad I can taste it. It tastes like dirt and metal, but I can still taste it. Dang, I was gonna film picking the stack up. Good thing I've got a couple more. Still got that piece of channel iron back there. I can throw the magnet on. Those guys are cleaning up right now. It's awesome. I didn't even have to ask them to do it. That's how you know they're good employees. They learn things and understand them, get the concept, and take over. Drew got back from their delivery this morning, so he took over deliveries. I'm looking at hay, marking tickets. I'll show you guys what I look for. Part of my job, I go out to every truckload if I'm here, if I can. I mean, it's not 100%, but 90% of the truckloads, before it gets taken to a barn and stored, I look at them. Now let's look at this hay right here. Right off, I see it's fine stemmed. It's got a little bit of this weed re-rake. So they killed these weeds off. That's old alfalfa. Looks like these weeds were killed, but then they show up in the when the rake runs, they catch it. That's not good. At least they killed them. Now it's got some grass. This is an older field, an older stand of alfalfa. So you're gonna see grass in older stands. Look, it's got quite a bit. It sounds like a country. Older stand. I live in an older stand. It'd be like a Uzbekistan or something. I don't know. Anyway, so like you see, this grass is super grassy, or this bale rather. These two bales, super grassy. I mean, this end is clean. That bale's half grass, half alfalfa. So just looking at this, some more of that weed re-rake. I wish the weed re-rake, oh, here's a big old one, wasn't here. This hay would be a lot more appealing without that weed re-rake. The grass really doesn't bother me. There are some customers that prefer some grass in the hay. Here in the shadow, you can see the shade, the shadow. It's very pretty. This is what makes my life difficult. Especially, I don't own this field. This field belongs to another person. They irrigate it. We farm it for them. We harvest it. We do all the dirt work, grass. We do all the work. Now, for me to tell them, sorry, you guys, when I sell this hay, it's going to be considered a number 2. Well, and I'm not choosing favorites. Like, I am the salesman. Like, I am the one talking to the customers. If I send this hay to a customer that's got all this weed re-rake or these weeds in it, I'm going to get a phone call. I'm going to have to discount the hay, and I'm going to hope they call me back next time they need hay. If I send this hay to the wrong customer because it has grass, just talking to a lady this morning in Kansas, they don't want any grass. There's enough grass in Kansas. You get east of the Colorado Rockies, there seem to be a lot of grass in Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma. You keep south especially, there's just a lot of grass. So they don't want any grass. So I have to keep this hay separate now because it does have grass. So because of the grass and the weeds, it has to be kept separate, which means my inventorying has to be, I thought that was a big old grasshopper. My inventory needs to be a little bit, or I have to, actually do the inventory part. So yeah, you just see weeds, grass, weeds, milkweed. It's just too bad. It's fine stemmed hay. The alfalfa's beautiful, that good moisture. But I gotta dock it. It stinks. I hate to do that to them, but it's gonna have to be a solid number 2. The bad news guy. Here's our weight tickets. I fill these out so the truck drivers don't have to. What is today? 6. Look at my watch. Sorry. 6:30. 23. We are the buyer. My name is Abram. I like to abbreviate everything. It makes everything go way faster. Bales hay haulers. It's alfalfa. I call this field 3, also known as big field. This part I gotta go think about. So Leonard is gonna load it. Leonard is gonna unload it. There are 512 bales in this load. I don't know who the driver is. I leave this ticket on the truck and the driver fills in his own name. So I will do this on every truckload. There is 1, 2, 3. There's 4 loads in this field. I got to go to another field. There's another 2 loads. So I fill out the tickets. I determine the barn it's going to. There's something with these next loads I'll show you. I know where that's going to go. But this one, I don't have any mix yet, so I got to think about where to put that. I literally pull the string back. Boom. The driver grabs it and weighs, and he keeps one ticket. He gives a ticket to the office, and the squeeze driver doesn't get a ticket. The ticket and the driver, the truck driver and the office get a ticket. Then they turn them in. That's how the driver gets a bonus per every load he hauls. But then that's a way also, if we ever lose a ticket, we can cross-reference the driver's ticket with the bale wagon driver. He has a list. He keeps a daily log of everything he hauls. And so if we lose the office ticket, we can cross-reference the daily log with the truck driver's ticket. And they also keep a daily log as well. They're supposed to log. I don't check it, so I should check it. But it's supposed to have just several log systems. So if one ticket is lost, we can compare the driver's ticket, or if the driver's ticket is lost, we can compare the office ticket, and if we're still not sure, we go back to the logbook of the bale wagon, the harrow bed guy, or we go back to the logbook of the driver. So it's having a system of checks and balances. That's the word I was looking for earlier, checks and balances. So this next load, the bale wagon driver, Arturo, told me, he said it's a little green. You don't want to stack this hay. This load looks pretty good. Maybe it's the next two he was talking about. I think it's the next two, because he said the first. He got a little confused, I think. It's those next two. What happened with flood irrigation, sometimes as farmers we use the same ditch, we share the same ditch to send water somewhere else. Well, these the port lids weren't 100% sealed up, and the water leaked down into the field where we were baling. And so there's a lot of bales, he said, are kind of funky because they got irrigation on them before baling them. And so 2 of these were and 2 of these weren't. But this has the same issue as the other one. It's got a little bit of grass in it. Yeah, but that's one good thing about Arturo. While he's picking them up, he'll separate the ugly bales. He'll leave them, and come back, and then pick them. So you have the first load will have a bunch of the weeds in it, and the next load will be clean. And this one is looking pretty clean from what I can see. Just has the grass. Ugh. I gotta make a decision. Put it in a barn, or take it to where we sell it by the bale. It's pretty hay. I've got 2 more loads I need to take to where we sell it by the bale. It's only 3 loads. We might just take it to where we sell it by the bale. It's so important to have a system of checks and balances. I'm not very good at it. I always try to personally keep a logbook, but man, I am terrible with a logbook. So I know I do my best, but honestly, it's not very good. So my dad is super disappointed in me. Just kidding. And it's just, for myself, would be a lot better. Like, I wish I would, every ticket I wrote down, I wished I kept a logbook, and then I could go back to my logbook and see how much was hauled that day, where it went, because as I write on here, I could write down where it all goes. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up, share, like, everything. Leave in the comments what you want to see different. Just let me know. I try to get back to everybody, and I read all the comments, actually, because it bugs me when in my phone it says unread thing, like a little red number, and I just hate that. So I just go through and read them all, then that deal goes away. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys.